Pandas. Pandas. Pandas, 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 pandas. Good morning, my pandas. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, everybody. TGIM. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming and joining. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hope everyone had an amazing Mother's Day. Hope everyone had an amazing weekend. TGIM, thank God it's Monday. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the stream. I mean, can I just first say this? Apex is the best prop firm to have ever existed. And you guys might be wondering, why am I saying that? Because didn't Apex have a bunch of issues the last 2 trading days? The answer is yes, they did. But to be honest, that wasn't even Apex's fault. It was Rhythmic's fault, which has nothing to do with Apex. But the reason why Apex is the best prop firm is because in the last 2 trading days, no matter what happened, they made your accounts whole. They made you whole. They did good to everybody. And they went above and beyond, I believe. And if you haven't heard yet, all your accounts were reset back to the highest point it was in the last 2 trading days. That's absolutely incredible. That is absolutely incredible. I don't know any other prop firm. Hey, I don't know any other company that would do something so generous to the customers. So, pandas, you basically got free tokens in the last 2 trading days. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Let me say good morning to a couple of you guys. But I just want to start off with the good news that Apex made everyone whole. And not only whole, but above and beyond. And actually brought everyone's account to the highest level it was in the last 2 trading days. Good morning, guys. Shayak, good morning. JLV, good morning. JLV, did they count Friday as a trading day? Yes, they did. Indie Scalper, good morning. Hugh, good morning. Indie Scalper, good morning. Hansman, good morning. Indie Scalper says Doyle Brunson died. Ooh, no. Sad way to start the day. Wow, man. Thoughts and prayers to Brunson's family and to Brunson. Just, he's a legend, poker legend. And you know, if you have a hand named after you, what was his hand, like King 3 or something like that? If you have a hand named after you, then you know you're a legend. You're a legend. Multiple awards, multiple tournament wins. I think he was playing poker till like his last day. Like I remember seeing clips of him not that long ago, just him playing poker and people playing poker with him. Wow. He did. He lived a full life. I mean, he was pretty old. And I think he was pretty happy to the end. Good morning, guys. Bill 7, good morning. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. We just finished a pre-market show. TGIM, thank God it's Monday. Scalp that like button. Drop a GM in the chat with your location. You don't have to tell me your address. You don't have to tell me your zip code. I just want to know what country you guys reside in. What state do you reside in? Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. NJ got his blown account. Yes, yes, yes. Richard Harris asks, Panda, if you're in profit and then there's an issue, do you keep that profit? Yep. So they basically just reset everyone's account to the highest level. So like let's say like you made money like in the last 2 days, but you at the end made a little bit less money than your highest level that you were. Like let's say you made up to like $5,000 on the last 2 days of trading, but then you did some trades and your balance was like you made only at the end of the day $3,000. Well, they actually reset your account back up to 5,000, even if it's within the last 2 days. So the last two trading days, which is amazing. Like that is above and beyond, in my opinion, above and beyond. I'm cruising Flauda. JE says, "Dang, I canceled a couple of my eval accounts I blew." You know what? I think it's worth shooting them a message because I think they just did like a mass kind of reconciliation of all the accounts, and so they probably didn't take account for canceled accounts. And so if you like cancel your account because you blew your account in the last two trading days, then I think it's worth letting them know. And I think they'll probably realize like there's like a couple people, users who had done that. So yeah, they even reset your PA accounts. They reset your PA accounts, pandas. And so even though like, and honestly, when the when we were able to trade, really, like the price action was pretty terrible. I don't think we missed much. It's absolutely amazing. I mean, is there any prop firm even close to that? I don't even think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. Apex is seriously the best. And then with that being said, pandas, I do have a video that I've been working on over the weekend, and hopefully can release it to the public sometime today. And yeah, I'm excited to see people's reactions. Also, if you'd like to support the channel, make sure you just watch the pinned message. Even though you watched it before, watch it again. It helps a lot. Just the analytics, just exposure. And also, you can enjoy Whitney Houston just slaying the national anthem. GC Bert. Yep. I think what's nice is that the issue's gone. BBM still valid? Yes, sir. Is the music too loud? Today it's okay. I mean, it's pretty low. It's set pretty low, but I can't set it any lower. If I do, can I? Is that better? Hard Tiger says I can barely hear it, which is just right. Yeah, exactly. It's too low. I don't hear anything. I think it's like you just want it to be barely heard. That's kind of what you want. You don't want it to... Yeah, you want it to be barely heard. Like, you want to hear if you're paying attention to it. But if you're not, like, paying attention to it, you don't want to be able to, like, hear it. Almost too loud. What? Oh, my goodness. Do you guys have supersonic hearing? Like, do you guys... Honestly, I'm trying to think of an animal who has really good hearing. What animal's known for the hearing? Are you guys elephants? Do they have hearing? Dogs, I guess. All right. Okay, I'm done fine tuning. Hardtide Gaming says it's annoying. Heart attack gaming. Sorry about that. I gotta keep the music on. I gotta keep it on. I mean, I try to find the chillest music, but I understand if it's annoying. Then I'm sorry about that. Can't please everyone. That is the answer. All right, pandas. Let's do some analysis real quick. Daily chart. What do we got here? We're still containing this blue box. Notice we actually broke beneath the blue box, or broke beneath the previous candle's low, and it was an inside bar. So we're supposed to be in this breakout mode. But the problem is we're back inside the range here of these inside bars. So what this will be counted as is a outside down bar. So, or maybe inside down bar? No, outside down bar, which means that it's an outside bar only to the downside, but we close back within the range of the previous bars. And so that means we're still kind of basically consolidating. But to me, what this looks like is a failed reversal, right? It's a second entry short. It's a failed second entry short, and it might lead to a strong reversal back up. And as you notice, we close above the 20 EMA here, giving us an idea that we are above support. And I think with this failed breakdown, and if we go to the other side, typically the opposite reaction is very strong. So I do think we may, I mean, this bar may be another inside bar, but the next breakout, if it's to the upside, if this is an inside bar and it breaks out to the upside, I think it has potential to really push up here. But also, I mean, if you look at the last couple days, last couple weeks, let's say, it's been very, very choppy, very, very choppy. The weekly chart, we have potentially a second entry long here, but the problem is, well, second entry short really. A, B, C. Actually, it's very confusing because this bar actually broke the range of the price action is just very confusing. Actually, the counting is very weird. So the count actually resets here. Second entry short triggers here actually on the outside bar reversal, but notice even the weekly chart we're above the 20 MA. Overall, I think some bullishness is ready here, right? You got double bottom, and I think we may push up higher here, but who knows? Who knows? Daily chart again, might be inside bar today. 10,000 tick chart, setting itself up for a second entry long. But if we're to chart this really, you can see it like this, where it's an overshoot, maybe leading to an undershoot. That could also happen. So we may just end up near the previous day's close. In fact, we probably fill it on the 5-minute chart. So let's go ahead and wait for some price action and see what happens. Market just opened. Are we gonna get any big mamas today? Maybe. Maybe. The range is pretty small. Maybe get big mama. Good morning, guys. Good morning. She says, when is the Apex interview going to drop with our fellow panda? I denied that. I denied the interview. I didn't want to do it. Mostly for their protection. I don't think they've ever talked to an actual panda. Kyle Lubers, welcome, welcome. Hard tag gaming has sensitive hearing. Interesting. Do you have perfect pitch? I'm curious. Does anyone have perfect pitch in this chat? I mean, they're bound to have someone to have perfect pitch. I always find that fascinating. It's like, it's really, it's just, it's so fascinating because it's like, it's a skill that someone has naturally that I I don't even have like close to. It's like it's just so crazy that there's ability that people have. It's like super hearing. I think like perfect pitch. I think my personal theory is it's not backed by any scientific evidence, but so this is why obviously I gotta say it. So I think there's like a perfect sense for everything. So there's perfect pitch, which is like kind of perfect hearing. You can hear and make distinctions and notes and know exactly what note is being played or how to play notes. And that's just like you're just really good at hearing. But I also think there's like perfect touch and perfect taste. I think those people who can taste, well, perfect taste and smell are probably similar, but someone who can taste something and they can literally remember that taste. They almost remember every single taste they've ever tasted, like every flavor they've ever tasted. And not only that, they could eat something and tell you, like we could all somewhat do it, but I think some people have like perfect taste where they can taste something and really just know all the ingredients that's used to make something. I mean, you can obviously get better at that, but I think people are naturally inclined to be able to do that. I think also there's perfect smell like on its own where someone can smell like I remember I watched a video of someone in like India and he could smell any perfume, and the 5 minute, by the way, just filled the gap. So that kind of that unfinished business, there's no more unfinished business here, but we're pretty far away from 20 May. Yeah, there's this person in India who can literally recreate any type of perfume or scent. So you can be like, they don't sell this anymore, but I really like the smell. You bring your perfume to this person, and then he would smell it, and then he would make it for you, with his, base ingredients or whatever. So, like, it's crazy. It's crazy. I think there's like a even perfect feel or touch. And I know that sounds weird, but I think the application is kind of like, I think if anyone had it, probably Steph Curry has it. And what I mean by that is like a perfect touch means kind of like you're able to recreate a physical move and touch perfectly. And so, I mean, obviously he practices a lot, but even people who practice as much as he has are not as good as him. And I think he kind of has that like perfect touch sense. I don't know. I'm making all of this up, but in my mind, it kind of just makes sense. Like there's probably like a perfect version of every sense.
5 minute trap.
I mean, I could be wrong. Probably am, but I just think it's interesting. All right, that's enough ranting. Let's go back to the market. That was a random rant. That was a shower thought. A panda shower thought. Panda rain thought. Kind of like almost spicing channels here. It's very weird. It's very tight and then kind of breaks down here. No setups. Hope the price action is not terrible today. I like some nice moves. By the way, pandas, guess what? Since they did reset the accounts to the highest level in the last 2 trading days, see, the reason why I had red days the last couple days, it's not because I'm bad at trading. It's because Apex was messed up. And now they made me whole. So as you can see, I am the most profitable trader on YouTube, verified. Christian have Haven't asked what is your chart parameters. If you go to my channel and look up NinjaTrader, you can find like a settings video and it will explain all the settings I pretty much use. Howard missed his setup, missed his signal because we're talking about perfect pitch. Sorry about that. Salvatore says, "How about perfect trading?" And that's what Al Brooks has. Perfect. Oh, actually, sorry, that's what Michael Chin has. Michael Chin has this ability to do perfect trading. Still posting up videos of nonsense trading. It's amazing. My guy, just killing the market, trapping everybody. I always wonder who likes to have, you know, light versus dark. Okay, why is it 7% of people using yellow charts? Like that was an absolute troll option, but 7% of people are using yellow charts. You guys are crazy. Are you guys monsters? Hide your kids, hide your wife. What's yellow? Are you asking like what is yellow? The definition of yellow or the color yellow? Like and your yellow background and pink candles makes sense. I mean, if you basically want to go blind by age 30, then that's exactly what you need to do. You know, to each his own. We're absolutely doing nothing right now. No setups here. Strong bear bar on the 5-minute chart. Any yards low. Let's see what happens. I'm curious if we're going to hit Big Mama today. If I put a troll option, then I will be trolled. Like I just know that there's 6% of people here that are trolls. Basically, that's all that option is for, is to kind of figure out who the trolls are. Dante asks, did Chin get in trouble? Not really. He got a cease and desist from Mac from price action trading system, but I think I don't know if it's like 50-50, but I think most people know kind of common sense what's going on. You know, they basically kind of mimicked that trading style and they called it their own. They didn't use it exactly, but at the same time, people are thinking, well, can you really
5-minute
copyright the two-legged pullback? Can you really copyright that? And that's the case. There's tons of people out there who are basically doing what Michael Chin did. They're kind of like, I mean, the thing is like he never gave credit to Mac. I think most people now are giving credit because they saw what happened. So if they like are kind of trading style, they're just they. I mean, I give credit to Mac plenty of times, so I haven't got any cease and desist from him. I don't even know. He probably doesn't even know how to find me. I mean, I'm a panda, so. Ralph grunts, when I grow up, I want to be just like Panda. Our species is very fluid. I'm very fluid with the species I am. I'm species fluid. That's gonna be a thing. Just get ready. It's gonna be a thing. Species fluid, age fluid. Why not? Why not? Why does the buck stop at gender? And you might say that's controversial. I think those who are opposed to that idea are are too conservative. Too conservative. You might think I'm being offensive, but I think people are being offensive by not believing in that. Hmm. All right. Second entry short pandas. Most of you guys like the dark background. Makes sense. Most of you guys are human beings. Most of you guys have decent, have basic human dignity. So it makes sense you guys like the dark backgrounds. Most of you guys. These candles are forming so quick. I just saw 800 ticks fly by. 800 ticks just flew by on that candle. Second entry short here. On a downtrend, first break of trend, undershoot, leading to an overshoot. Yeah. It's getting choppy as well. Ah. It's choppy. It's definitely a little bit chop here. Man, but why do I want to take this?
10,000 tick trap.
Alright, pandas. Second entry short. Because I'm the most profitable trader ever to exist on YouTube, verified. I'm going to go ahead and take this. I'm going to risk the title right now. I don't love it because I see some choppiness here. But I do see a very apparent downtrend. And I'm going to try to go ahead and take this. It's very close also to triggering the trap on the 10,000 tick chart. I like to see that trap triggered with this bar. In fact, I'm even willing to risk this a little bit here. It's about 3 points of risk. If it traps, you know what I like to do? I like to come out break even no matter what. Second entry short. I don't like how this formed. And you could possibly just come out break even, but I'm going to hold this. I can come up break even already. I like the fact that we're still underneath the 20 MA. For me, it's this first break of trend looking for a new low. So I'm just trying to take the second entry short here. We do have congestion. Sideways movement with a lot of overlap, but we're clearly underneath the 20 MA. It looks like it may trap me here, unfortunately. It's really unfortunate. I just want to see one nice second entry short working on this stream, please. That's all I ask for. Give me just a solid second entry short with trend. Is it that hard? Please, mark it. Like, honestly, even if it's like a little choppy, it's like, okay, like, still second entry short. Still coming off the 20 MA. Coming out break even now since we're trapped. If I still like the trade, I can get in again here. Oh, should I just lean into it? Pandas, let's lean into it. The reason being is because this will also trigger the trap on the 10,000 tick chart. So I kind of like it. Notice there's a little gap here showing the strength of the bulls. Right? When this reversed, it didn't even touch the top of the signal bar. Showing a little gap here, showing the strength of the bulls right now. I'm going to cancel this trade. It's a little too far away now. I'm going to get stopped out, looks like. Jeez. Can I just get 1 second entry short that works on stream? All I asked for, please. Come on. Come out break even if I can. Okay, came out break even. I'm down a little bit. It's all good. If I actually held the proper stop loss right here, I would have got stopped out right there. I'm actually gonna take this trade. Again, don't copy my trades. Why am I taking this trade? It's a trap trade on a 10,000 tick chart. In this trade on 10,000 tick chart. I'm gonna take the trap here. 10,000 tick. I came out break even, and I did because it trapped. But if I had held my stop loss, like with this signal bar, which I should have technically done, I would have got stopped out. I came out break even. So I'm tempting again to go down because I'm looking for a new low, and also the trap triggers on the 10,000 tick chart. So technically this is a trade on 10,000 tick chart. And it doesn't look too favorable. I mean, that's not what you want to see if you're in a short trade. But look at the 10,000 tick. Hopefully, we can get a nice move down here. Overshoot leading to an undershoot. Technically, this is probably first break of trend. And it might look for a new high, so I may get busted here. But I'm willing to take this trade. I like trap trades on the higher time frames. The risk is right at basically where I'm willing to take 4 points. $10,000 tick chart trade. Just playing with my emotions right now. It looks like it wants to fill me. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. Got the bamboo. Runner doesn't look like it's going to last very long, but pandas can dream. About 1 tick away from getting stopped out on the runner. All right, runner gets stopped out. All good. Up 370 here. Max contracts, let's go. Verified, baby. That's right. Verified. Most profitable trader on YouTube. Verified. Welcome to the stream. Those who are just joining got clickbaited. I am technically the most profitable trader. Verified. You gotta look at the words closely, because my rhythmic is showing, and there's no denying that I've been trading this live for real. Every trade accounted for. Never taking my markers off. Tell me any other trader on YouTube that keeps all his markers on. You can even see my marker here. I lost this trade. My marker, you can see my marker. Markers here. You can see every single marker ever traded on this channel. What's my ATM at? What happened to the 1,000 contract trade? That was amazing. If you guys watched stream on Friday, I was able to make over $100,000, and it was easy peasy money. And I just buy a couple Teslas, easy. How do you make the markers so small? Can you change the size of these markers? I didn't know you can even change the size of them. This is the default. It's unfortunate because I get stopped out perfectly, and this keeps continuing to push down. Which is sad because it may create staircase pattern now, and being a pretty decent runner. That's kind of where I risk the runner being one tick break even +1, because in situations like this, I would technically still be in this trade if I had it right at break even. But goodness gracious, I mean, the price action right there was pretty tricky. I mean, what happened here was essentially second entry short, A, B, C, and so your stop loss is one tick above the signal bar, which is right here. Or sorry, not one tick above the signal bar, one tick above the pivot high from the, after you enter your entry. So your entry is here, and your pivot high is right here. And so what you can see is you get stopped out perfectly and then reverses. But I had moved my stop loss up here because I figured 2 more ticks, but have a better stop loss because now you can use a 20 EMA. I figured that might have been better in this situation, and it actually was what saved me. I was able to come out break even, and not only that, re-entered on the higher time frame, was able to scalp out, and now it's really going down. Fortunately, stops me out perfectly to the tick, and I can't do much about it. Second entry long forming on the 5-minute chart as we speak. A, B, C. And you can see the indicator giving us the leg count right here with the dark green number. So the dark green number, well, the number itself tells you the leg count. The dark green, or the color, represents what entry. So right now we're in a second entry long. Dark green, second entry long. Coming off the 20 EMA. Do I like this trade on the 5-minute chart? Overshoot to undershoot. I don't know. This one's tricky. This is really tricky. I'm not sure if I like it. Looks like a decent push down, actually. Jay-Z asks, what is your ATM strategy? For this account right now, it's 5 contracts. 4 of them scalp, 1 of them a runner, and right now it's set to right when it's created, it gets created with a 5-point stop loss, and that's because I want to move my stop loss to where I need it to be, and so I like to have a little bit more room, and I like to move it to the right location, and maybe I should change it to 4 because 4 is typically the max I'll take. You know what? That makes a lot of sense if I change it to 4. But anyways, it automatically makes a 5-point stop loss, and the scalp is 8 ticks, which is 2 points, and my runner is automatically set to, I think, 5 points, which is 20 ticks. So my runner is just set there, and you can move. I just do that for space so you can move it around.
5-minute trap.
Second entry long, pick at your trade. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. TGIM, thank you for joining. I'm Bob Money, and we are already up 370 today on 1 trade. Absolutely killing it. Or technically 2 trades. But 1 trade was a skunked it. Hey, I wish I was in this move down. Got stopped out by 1 tick perfectly, but I would be in this trade still. So funky trade, to be honest, right there. Funky trade. This price actually makes me feel like the market's gonna be a little tricky today. Second to short. I mean, you can see congestion here. I really gotta stay away from these. Trading range indicator also telling me it was a bad trade. Really, congestion is like around here. It was up here because that's when it actually started, the congestion, like at least signs of it. But if I were to manually draw it, probably looks something like this. Big Mama, kind of far away still. Not there yet. Five-minute touching the 20 EMA here, bouncing off of it. Curious to see what happens off the 20 EMA. Mo Sevenson asks, how did I come up with Big Mama? I'm not gonna lie. I would like to brag because I'm really smart, but it's actually because I'm really dumb. I'm just a panda. I have a small little tiny bamboo brain, and it's real smooth. It's really smooth. A really smooth bamboo brain. And because of that, I just noticed the most simple pattern ever. It doesn't have to do with any type of anything other than I just saw it keep happening, and so I decided to see back test with it, and I really like the outcome. PKS, hey, bye-bye. How do you set the 5-minute chart to see a gap on the open? It's easy. Go to data series, which is either you can right-click your chart and actually, I'll go over to Big Mama on Friday because that was I did take it. It was very nerve-wracking. If you go to data series, right-click your chart, go to data series, and then you can select. Go to where it says trading hours, and if you select that, there is an option. I'm sure there's plenty of options, but I just use the one that says US equities RTH, which is near the bottom. It's the last option actually. Futures as what exactly is the Big Mama? Everyone wants to know what Big Mama is, but hey, what's the #1 rule of Fight Club? We don't talk about Fight Club. #2 rule is we don't talk about Fight Club. Yeah, we don't talk about it until it's about to hit. No one talks about Big Mama. I think a lot of you guys already know what Big Mama is. That's why. So you guys are like, hey, I already know what it is. But if it hits, it hits, and we'll talk about it. The pre-market show actually, Big Mama was explained pretty well. ASL, American Sign Language says, got my energy drink in hand. David Goggins speech playing right now. No quitting today until I'm green. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. But remember, stick to the plan, though. Stick to the plan. It's not about how you feel. I mean, how you feel does actually make a difference in how you trade. You gotta feel good. You gotta feel positive. You can't be tilted. You gotta be patient. Trademark Big Mama. I should create a whole course based off of it. So Big Mama triggered on Friday, and if you see right here, you enter here, your stop loss would be right here. And notice how far it goes up and then reverses. It misses your stop loss by 1 tick. Absolutely incredible. And then finally was able to scalp you out. But you gotta be willing to hold the proper stop loss. If you can't hold it, don't enter it. If you can't take the pain of your stop loss getting hit, do not enter the trade. Dante asks, the video will be public. I'll make that public. I'm not sure how detailed I'm going to make it, but I will talk about it and I will show the results of it. But I'll talk about it in general. I've talked about it many times on the stream, so it's not hidden information. It's out there. Heart Attack Gaming says, I'm tilted because my sleepwalking butt placed trades while I was sleeping and lost money. That is not a true story, is it? Is that really what happened? Because that is very, very scary. I would put like passwords on my computer. I would like put a lock on the power button. I'll do whatever I can to like prevent myself. Tate asks, what would you do if Michael Chin does a video on Big Mama? If I see a video circulating about Big Mama, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to sue the whole world. No, I don't know. If it happens, it happens. This is, you know, whatever. I don't care. I don't care. Kelly in the house. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
$10,000 tick trap.
Trap on the 5-minute chart, maybe. We can see the 5-minute second entry long does trigger here with a bad signal bar. Clearly closing above the 20 MA. We may get a trap trade here on the 5-minute. Do I like that trade? I don't know. We're still in a downtrend. Tough to say. I'm unsure here. Michael and Riley are gonna sell Big Mama. Nah, they have their own strategies now. They've you know, I'll give them credit. They kind of like made their own at this point. And even though I think it's pretty terrible, but in a sense that's a problem when you kind of make your own without like clear rules and you're kind of become this intuitive trader.
5-minute trap.
I mean, it's great for your personal trading, but it's not very good for teaching others. I just don't think they have an actual thing they can teach. Hard to, I wouldn't change my name to sleepwalking trader. Honestly, if you're really sleepwalking and you're, you know, your sleepwalking is to the point where you can make trades, that's scary. I mean, that's scary for anything because you can make trades when you're sleepwalking. You can almost do anything when you're sleepwalking. I wish I could work when I'm sleepwalking. That'd be nice. Fall asleep, do all my work, wake up, and trade. That would be amazing. Yeah, I would like set like ask my wife to set passwords up that only she would know. We got a second entry short here. The problem is I'm looking at this as well, where this could be a break of trend to new low, and this could create a reversal off the previous day's close, but it's a lower high second entry short. Actually, it looks decent for a short trade coming off the 20 MA. I gotta stay away from it though. I mean, it's a decent trade. I'm gonna stay away from it just because I I see this break a trend to new low, so it may push up here, it may reverse. It looks decent for a short trade at the moment. Also, I don't like going against the 20 EMA on the 5-minute chart. So there's a trap trade that might trigger here, but at the same time, 20 EMA is protecting it. So it makes me a little wary to go short there. It is what it is.
$10,000 tick trap.
Trap may trigger on the 5-minute chart. Trap may trigger on the 10,000 tick chart. That's right at the support on the 5-minute chart. The 5-minute chart, it looks interesting, right? Because you have this overshoot leading to undershoot, and the undershoot's done already. So it may try to test the high here, or this can be like all day downtrend. You know, that would be interesting, but it could be an all day downtrend. Could be possible. Trap triggers on the 5-minute chart. Actually, doesn't trigger yet. Almost triggers. Though I like the trap on the 5-minute chart. Trap does trigger on the 5-minute chart. Oof, could be just a strong downtrend. Almost scalps you out immediately. Yep, scalps you out. That 5-minute trap. Beautiful trade. That second just short here. The reason being, like I mentioned, is because we had this breaker trend new low, and we could potentially create some sort of double bottom here, potentially bounce off the previous day's close. I was a little worried there, but ends up being a pretty good trade, especially also on the 5-minute chart. It was on the 20 EMA. Didn't like that support. But man, now these second entry shorts are just beautiful. That's, you know, it works out nicely here. I just say we're in a strong downtrend right now. Especially with the trap triggering on the 5-minute, and it looks like this. This could be an all-day downtrend, and man, we might hit Big Mama. And we might be coming back into this gap that we created from here. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Yeah. Ends up being a pretty good trade. I mean, my analysis doesn't change though. The fact that we were in this situation with a break of trend to new low, made it somewhat risky to look for a reversal here. But now that we know we're in a downtrend, we're probably looking for more short setups at this time. Hardtide Gaming says he's plus $1,000. Strong bear bar, anything near its low on that 5-minute. You're thinking follow through on this bar. That's what I'm thinking, and I'm looking for a second entry short if I can find one. Licensed paint huff versus is it eval or your PA? This is an eval, but I do trade my PA counts alongside with it. Such as this 10,000 tick trap, I took that on my PA count. But I didn't take the second entry short on my PA count because I wasn't too sure. But the trap I felt way more confident in. I want to ask you guys. Sorry, I ended that poll. I felt like I could think of a better question to ask. All right, there we go. DK asks, "By my money, my man, did you ever get a PA account?" I mean, I have a lot of PA accounts. By the way, if you want to know how many PA accounts I have, how many accounts I have in general, or how much money I make trading, you guys can become pandas and join the pre-market show. We go over all my account balances, and so I put a poll up. I want to know what you guys think. I want you guys to decide. What's YOLO? YOLO basically means just go max contracts on this account, keep trading it, and see what happens. Maybe pass the eval, but if I don't, then switch over to PA account. Yeah, it basically means you only live once, but it just means that you just go all out. Turtle says, "I want to see you pass this eval. Been trading for so long, might as well." Well, you guys can vote what to do. If you remember last week, there was a news day, the CPI number, and I said that CPI news will most likely be a make or break your account type news event. And that means that with one trade, you could pass your eval. And I was able to pass a couple of evals there. And so maybe I'll use one of them to trade the PA account. And obviously, like switching over to PA account, even though you don't get the satisfaction of me passing the eval, what you see now is actual real money being traded, and at least a potential of real money, being able to be withdrawn. Jay-Z says, "Strictly trade PA, so we are more careful and only sure plays." Saturn returns says, "Aren't the PA accounts just live sim for Apex?" It's true, but that's actually a good thing for us. We want the PAs to be a quote-unquote sim account. It's easier to trade for us. Yet we still get, we're still able to withdraw. GC versus buy here, max. Contracts are about to bounce. I don't think so. I think we're going to still go down here. We got two bear bars now underneath the 20 MA on the 5-minute chart, which means always in short traders start entering in. So even with the bull bar here, as long as we're underneath the 20 MA, it could be sold with limit orders. Actually, I'm surprised. A lot of you guys are kind of like, well, the obvious answer is that everyone wants to see me YOLO this account, but Dante Matthews asks, "We want to see Tesla plaid 2-point scalp." Yeah, I need a Tesla real quick. Let me do a scalp. Just need to scalp the market. It's completely sideways right now. We're just chilling. Bugatti. Is scaling in using multiple accounts allowed? I wonder. I don't see why not. I'm not sure what you're asking. The question is, why is PA better in sim than live? Charles was asked, question, why is PA better in sim than live? It's because your fills are sim fills. Let's just say like you had like 20 accounts and you trade max contracts on all of them. That's 300, that's 35 contracts. That's essentially 700 contracts. That's going to actually affect the market. You might actually affect the market by doing that. But with sim trading, you don't actually affect the market. Your fills will get almost, not perfect, but you would get filled pretty much all of your trades. But if, because of sim, it gets filled easier, much easier. You can make more money. Dante Massey asks, so does Apex copy trades from PA and then they also get 10%? How does that work? It's a mix. So they get 10%. And not only that, they, yeah, if they switch you over to a prop firm account, then they'll, you actually will be trading their accounts. All right, what's happening here? Okay, you guys want me to YOLO this account, huh? Let's go all out. 35 contracts every trade. I gotta leave room for at least like 2 mistakes. So 2 mistakes. That means if I went for 2 points, 2 mistakes. The drawdown 7,500.
10,000 tick trap.
3,750. Divided by, let's say, 6 divided by 50. 12 contracts. I can do about 12 contracts and I can withstand 2 full mistakes. And what I mean by full mistakes is that it's not just you can't just worry about you can't just worry about your stop loss. You also have to worry about the fact that if you have made money, let's say because I go for 2-point scalps, you got to account for those 2 points because sometimes it goes down to 2 points, doesn't fill you, and then reverses, and so you have to account for those 2 points plus your max risk, which is 4 points for me. And so 2 points plus 4 equals 6. So altogether, you have to withstand about 6 points of drawdown. You got to remember that if you're going to calculate how much drawdown you can take per trade. So 6 point drawdown, and altogether that means I can withstand about 2 full losses with 12 contracts.
10,000 tick trap.
12 contracts. How would I set that up? I would set that up as 9 scalp and 3 runners. I would set it up like that. By the way, if I do trade on the PA accounts, if I switch over to 300k PA account, it's going to be very boring because I'm going to make like 1 scalp a day. Unless I trade micros. Maybe I'll trade micros on that account and see how that goes. Actually, I don't like micros. I don't like the fact that the trades, the fills aren't accurate or the same. Okay, pushing up now. GC Burke might be right. We may bounce here. Okay, it's like me trading 10 contracts on the 75k. YouTube says, if you move to prop firms, do you have professional data fees? If you're a professional, if you're like a professional trader. Microfills aren't the same. What do you mean by that? Oh, microfills aren't the same. I see. Yeah. So what I mean by that is, if you guys don't know, MES and ES, they're not the same instrument. They're completely different instruments. But the way that MES works is through arbitrage. And so sometimes MES might be one tick different or two ticks. I've seen up to like even 3 or 4 ticks different in, different from the ES. But because arbitrage, it always comes back to the ES level. And basically, it might be a little complicated because if you're not, if you've never done this, then you might not know what I'm talking about. But basically, you can do an overlay on the MES with the ES. So let's say you like the price action of the ES, you want to keep practicing the ES. Well, you can put an overlay on top of an MES chart. And then you can make the MES chart essentially invisible. There's a way to do that. I put the instructions in the channel. So you can find that if you search overlay, you can find out how to do that. But the thing is, even though you look at the price action of the ES, sometimes, like let's say like I have my order placed like right here. Sometimes the price action will be one tick underneath it on the ES, but I would get filled on the MES. And so I'm actually in the trade even though the ES does not yet trigger. So the way to circumvent that is basically you have to watch the ES and enter with a limit order. Like if I'm trying to go long, you gotta watch the ES price action to trigger and then come with a limit order. And obviously the risk is that you may not get filled. It might go beyond your limit order because limit orders, may not get filled. So that same with the other side where say your stop loss is one tick underneath the signal bar. Sometimes the ES doesn't actually touch it. It goes like one tick, but the MES will tick you out. So. And sometimes the other way too, like the ES would go, but the MES doesn't go. I've seen that too, so it's not exactly tick for tick the same. So this is why sometimes you may not get filled on the micro where you would have been filled on the ES. Yeah, TY Fed says I can put the overlay on, and that's why. Strong bull bar on the 5-minute chart above the 20 MA now. So, a little bit confusing. We did have pretty much a downtrend right off the bat, but right now it's a little bit sideways. 10,000 tick chart, H4 setup, way beneath the 20 MA. I don't take these naked, but this could be a reversal here. Could be also a breaker trend looking for a new high still. It looks like an inside day though when I look at the price action right now. Looks like we might have an inside day today. Good morning, guys. Good morning. All right, I gotta make a YOLO one now. And are you taking any more trades? Yeah, I will. I think the votes are in. Everyone wants me to YOLO this. But I need to set up. If that trapped, I might have taken that trap trade, but I don't see any good setups right now. The more I think about it, the more I think I realize that second entries are actually should be used as swing trades. I know we're scalping second entries, but I feel like second entries are more swing trade setups, to be honest. It just makes more sense to me. I mean, you got a big move. Now you got two-leg back, two-legged pullback. And then you're thinking another big move, continuation. So you're looking for a swing trade more than a scalp there. Even though most likely it will scalp over a swing trade still. But in the long run, because the risk reward is good on the swing trades, I don't know. Heart Attack Gaming says, YOLO, not until 100 likes. If you YOLO, they will come. Trap trade here. Bouncing off the 20 EMA perfectly on the 10,000 tick. Perfect bounce off the 10,000 tick chart. Off the 20 EMA right now. 5-minute chart above the 20 EMA. Maybe looking for a new high. 2,000 tick chart may create a trap here. Confusing. Jaden Saints, welcome, welcome. Hey Panda, it's been a while. How's everything going? Everything is very great. Great. By the way, Pandas, be on the lookout. I will be releasing a video that I've been making that I spent the weekend making. And just kind of goes over a little bit of Apex and why I use Apex. You've heard it many times on the stream, but it does help a lot if you guys watch the video and also share it. But I will be, I'll be sharing that video very soon. And so please be on the lookout for that. Also subscribe so you know when I release content. Trap does trigger. It's a decent trap to take, but it's far away from the 20 EMA, as you can see. So therefore, I'm out. As my great mentor, Barbara, always says on Shark Tank. And for that reason, I'm out. Okay, we've got to push up here. Second entry long forming here. Do I like the second entry long is a question. We've been on a downtrend. Break a trend to new low. Trap this trigger, but A, B, C. Oh, this is too far away from 20 may trigger the second entry long. Let me ask you guys, what would you do here? If that second pullback triggers, I will be posting a pull up. A, B, C. Second entry long off the 20 EMA. Would you take this trade? If it doesn't even trigger that second pullback, it hasn't yet. Could also be a double top here off the previous day's close, as you can see. Creating a double top here. So the trap trade maybe on this side might be better. But let me ask you, would you take the second entry long, or would you take the second entry long failure trap trade to the downside? There's both options there. Either you take it, skip it, or take the reversal. The second entry long, again, if it triggers, be a little too far away from 20 MA here. Hardtech Gaming says, Panda, I view you as being more of a Mark Cuban type guy. From all the sharks, I like, I don't know, I don't actually know his name. Daniel or something? I don't know. The guy on the way, he's usually on the way side, and he's like generally a pretty nice guy. Okay, second entry long here, completely choppy. Ooh, it's a higher low second entry long. Second entry long triggers here. And you can take it. It's just a little too choppy for me, too far away from 20 MA, so I'm skipping it. But this could potentially be a nice move up. Very strong move up, potentially. It's a swing trade. You could take it as a swing trade. What's his name? Robert Herjavec. I think he's nice. He's a nice guy. I like Kevin O'Leary. Like, his style makes the most sense, but he gives the worst deals whatsoever. Like, it's like he doesn't even want a deal. Like, he doesn't even want a deal. But, I mean, he kind of... I don't know. Actually, I don't know if I like him, but... He gives the worst deals. It's really, he's basically saying he doesn't want to do deals with anyone. Like, you're just like, he's like a last resort. Ooh. I'm going to miss the train on this one. But for a good reason. Congestion. Doesn't touch 20 MA. It's a second entry long. But it looks like it might work out. It might be like a strong move up from here. I mean, I just see a reversal pattern. That's why. Major trend reversal. And at the end, guess what? GC Burke was right. He says, we're going to bounce off here. Just go max contracts, YOLO trade. And guess what? It's pushing up now. Yeah, so unfortunately, even though I saw this coming, the setup was so bad I couldn't take it. I've taken the setup many times and it has burned me. So it's not that it can't work. It's that it may not, and that's what's most important when it comes to scalping. Jaden Saint says now he's passing evals. Jaden Saint says I passed them, now working to that pay. Wow, 20. He worked for 10 300K. That's pretty nice. Okay, a lot of you guys skipped it. Skip it. But now we see the outcome, so your vote does not matter. Congrats, Jaden Saints. Hope you kill it. Just imagine, you took 2 months to pass the 300K account. Take another 2 months. Take another 2 months to trade. Exactly how you traded. And you know what? That's pretty impressive because I think the market conditions have been pretty terrible. Pushing quite strong now. Turtle says, this was 2 years ago. I feel like I would be profitable. You know, this is training us for when the volatility is nice. This is training us because we're gonna be ready. We've been grinded to death, and now when the market becomes easier, we're gonna fly. It's gonna be easy mode. We're gonna be flying. Pandas, welcome to the most profitable trader on YouTube ever to exist. I'm verified. Oh, my thumbnail says ends 418. That's a mistake. Appreciate that. Interesting. I don't know why it says that. Good looking out. All right, just change the thumbnail. Appreciate that. Hard Tech Gaming says this is easy. This is hard mode. This isn't easy mode. Hey man, you know something we don't know. Even Al Brooks. I think a lot of people would say that the price action has been very tough. A lot of people, a lot of seasoned traders. Second entry long. Another second entry long here. Now we're pretty overextended. Potential overshoot leading to an undershoot. But the momentum could be strong. We could just keep going up. And it's not for me to really say. I don't really know. It's just the fact that I don't see a setup I like. Even though these are second entry longs here, they're not off key areas. They're too far away from them. And this could be just really strong bullishness. Mason T says, where are you verified at? I'm the most profitable trader to ever exist on YouTube, verified. Top left of your screen, the rhythmic. No other trader posts their rhythmic up 100% of the time while streaming. You can see exactly how much money I've made so far. No other trader does that, live at least. Always put my markers up, never turning off my markers. Can you imagine though, pandas, if all I traded were big mama trades? I would be up so much right now. If I just got rid of all my losses, only trade those big mamas. I think on a stream, my big mama lost only like one time. Jays has how many micros do you trade on your PAs? I don't trade micros. The only time I would consider trading micros maybe if I had a 25K account. This year says, I don't think it's a market, but a lot of people are making money in this market. I don't know what is wrong with us. But you got to ask yourself, are they verified? Are they verified? That is the question. Roberto F says, only big mama I took was the one you lost. Oh no! That's so sad. Heart Attack Gaming says, no other trader traded in their sleep, lost money, and then came back awake and made money except me, verified. I'm just put verified in front of every sentence I say now. I trade micros 3 or 5 at a time on all accounts under 250K, but I swing. Verified. The only big mom I took was the one I lost. Verified. Many trading view traders on YouTube. Verified. Alright. What's going on? Second entry long does trigger here. I have this blue line here showing the stop loss I would have had. That I had. On that trade. GC Burke was right at the end, huh? Verified. LOL. Verified. All right, pandas. I think that's it for today. Verified. I'm verified. Pandas, I think that's it. I'll be posting a video up soon, so make sure you subscribe so you guys can watch the video, know when it's released. And pandas, I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. We took we took 2 trades today, 1 skunk, and the other one was and the other one worked out, which is verified. And yeah, that's it for today. Second entry shorts ends up working here. Second entry long works here. Just not taking that trade. This one I was more tempted, but also noticed, you know, typically, I mean, depends on how you drew your trend line. Could have been like this, break a trend new low. So that's where all the subjectivity comes from, really. Pandas, I hope you guys are doing amazing. And with that being said, trade safe, everybody. Always happy trading. God bless. Bye.